Hello and welcome to the Lorna Marie Fitness Podcast, the show where we talk all things fitness, health, mindset and lifestyle to help you become fitter, healthier and happier. I help busy people who lack time, motivation and self-belief to look and feel great again. If you want to work with me, head over to lornamariefitness.co.uk, but for now, enjoy this episode. Today I'm going to be talking all about struggling with sleep. It's really, really common and it can happen for so many reasons. So if you're somebody who's feeling like your energy is super low at the moment, you're really struggling with your sleep and you just don't know what to do about it, hopefully one of these tips will really, really help and really resonate with you. So I'm going to go through, 5 tips-ish plus a bonus one. The number one thing you need to do to improve your sleep is have a consistent sleep routine and pattern. It's no good if you're going to bed, say during the week at 10:30, 11, getting up at 6, 6:30, whenever you get up, and then at the weekend having a massive lie-in and completely throwing out your routine, because essentially every single week you're pretty much giving yourself jet lag. So the best thing you can do is get into a good and consistent routine and pattern. Go to bed at the same time every day and get up at the same time every day. Give it a go. Okay, maybe give or take a few minutes, half an hour here or there, but try your best to get into a really consistent routine. That is key. Even if you can't sleep right away, just make sure you're in bed at that time. The second tip is having some sort of wind down routine. So actually do something relaxing. Maybe that is a soak in the bath. Maybe you like to read a book. Maybe you like to do a bit of gentle stretching or yoga. Whatever it is, do something that relaxes your mind, relaxes your body. And do this maybe even a couple of hours before you go to bed, an hour or two. Start the wind down process. Number 3. How close are you eating to bedtime? Ideally, you want to leave at least a couple of hours between having your last meal or bit of food before you go to bed, because you don't want your body to be digesting your food when it's actually trying to sleep. It's going to lead to poor digestion. You may wake up the next day feeling a little bit sluggish, and you may not be able to get into that deep and restorative sleep, or not as effectively or efficiently anyway. Having said this, you don't want to go to bed feeling hungry, because the last thing you want to do is wake up in the night feeling starving and feel like you need to go raid the kitchen fridge. So just make sure that if that's you, if you just before you go to bed, you're absolutely starving, why not have a banana or half a banana or maybe a piece of toast? But ideally, you'll be having a good, balanced, wholesome, nourishing meal, and you won't be having anything a couple of hours before you go to bed. Also think about liquid too. You don't want to be waking up needing a pee all the way through the night. So next one, screen time. Maybe it's worth, I haven't actually tried this, but I've heard it's really good to use those blue, the glasses that block out the blue light. Yeah, you can get those. Give them a go. They're meant to be amazing. But another thing that you need to do is just maybe wind down on that screen time a bit. Put the phone away. Stop the scroll. Have a cut-off point where you think, okay, that's it. I'm getting off social media. I'm not going to be looking at my phone. Put it to the side. Do something else for a little bit. I do find that I know that if I'm lying in bed before I go to sleep, scrolling through social media is such a bad habit. You get stuck. You get stuck in the scroll, don't you? Not only do you get stuck in the scroll and then end up going to sleep later than you wanted to, but I feel like it just gets it hits those dopamine receptors or whatever you call them. And then you feel like, I don't know, I never feel as settled. Because then I'm looking at what so-and-so's doing and looking what they're doing, and it sparks something else off in my mind, when really I just want to be relaxing and winding down. Another wind down thing, actually, we were talking about ways to wind down. Some meditation, or just going through your body and just relaxing each body part bit by bit. Do a body scan. Tip number 5, magnesium. Now, kind of inconclusive evidence about this, but a lot of people do swear by it, taking magnesium supplements to get into that deeper sleep and the sleep that's going to make you feel refreshed the next day. And it's always worth a try. There's no harm in doing it. So maybe trying some magnesium supplements and seeing how you get on. The last one, and this one it's more of a, do you know what, control the controllables. Everything I've spoken about already is within your control. You can get into a consistent routine. You can have a wind down routine. You can switch off and, stop that screen time a little bit earlier. You can try magnesium, and you can stop eating just before bed, giving at least a couple of hours. One thing you can't control is, say, if it's hormonal. So if you're perimenopausal, you're going through that menopause at the moment, and you're waking up with hot flashes, and you're finding that due to the hormone imbalance, you just can't sleep. I would just focus on everything you can control. And don't forget, there are loads of different options. If you are going through the menopause at the moment and you are really struggling, and everyone's experience is completely different. Some people don't really have many symptoms or any symptoms at all. And some people, their symptoms are so severe that actually it really affects absolutely everything, and how they feel and how they identify even within them, even within themselves. If you are somebody who's really struggling with sleep and you think it's hormonal, I would definitely go and speak to your GP or speak to a menopause specialist about getting on some HRT or looking at your different options. And don't forget as well, if you try one set of HRT and it's not right for you or doesn't sit well with you, there are so many more options, and you don't have to feel rubbish. You can thrive in that new chapter of life too. And speaking of this, actually, we are rerunning our Menopause Reboot course at the end of February. So if you are somebody who wants to try and tackle your menopause symptoms more holistically, as in through your diet, through your exercise, getting into good healthy habits and routines, please watch this space. I will be opening it up very shortly next week. So just keep following my page, keep following my updates, and come and join us at the end of February for a 4-week reboot. And if you're watching this and you are not currently a member of Laura Marie Fitness and you want to work with me, just send me a message on social media, or you can head over to the website lauramariefitness.co.uk and just fill out the little get started form, and then that sends me an email to say you've got in touch, and I will get in touch straight away. But I hope this has been really useful, and I hope you can try at least one of these things to try and get better sleep. And don't forget that you need to try it for a few weeks as well. It's no good trying it for a week and be like, yeah, it didn't work. You need to try it for a while to know if it worked or not. Yeah, like I said, I hope it's been useful, and I hope you've enjoyed listening. Have a great day, everyone.